I am on a journey to visit all the dead-end stations or termini of Japan railways in order to explore and show off some less frequented parts of the country. This odyssey of mine has begun with a trip to Hokkaido, where I have 10 stations to visit that fit my criteria, and along the way I plan to ride all of JR Hokkaido's passenger rail services. I'm going to Nemuro, then back. In the previous video, I traveled from Sapporo to Kushiro by way of Shinyubari and Obihiro, and now I am heading on my way to Nemuro. This train looks cool. Am I gonna ride on this train? Well, this paradise, I guess.
The Knosapu rapid service train.
This is such a cute train. Oh, okay. That's the Noroko. They're retiring this guy next year. There's hella people taking pictures. There's so many Tetsuodas here. Cool lovers.
Thank you for using JR Hokkaido. This is the Hanasaki Line, a Knosapu rapid service train, bound for Nemuro.
I in fact did end up on that nicely wrapped blue and white train, and the interior was interestingly decorated as well. Today we will be visiting our first Japan Railways terminus in Hokkaido, the easternmost station in Japan, Nemuro Station, on the eponymously named Nemuro Main Line, which is also often called the Hanasaki Line. All in all, it was a very pretty train ride, pretty much all single track, so every tunnel we hit for safety reasons, I think. Lots of it was slightly elevated from the forest floor, so you could look down into the nature, which was cool. Saw some deer. The scenery around Akeshi Station, Akeshi Lake and the Bekanboushi marshland I found especially stunning, and we'll be right back here as my next stop after Nemuro will be Akeshi. Another interesting fact I learned recently is that Naomi Osaka's mom is from Nemuro, which I learned while looking up Naomi Osaka for my grandma. Nemuro in the Far East is known for its sauri, salmon, king crab, Hanasaki crab, and shrimp, at least in terms of seafood. They also have local specialty dishes as scallop and yakitori bento, as well as Holland senbei, and like many places in Hokkaido, soft serve.
We will soon make a brief stop at Hamanaka.
We're gonna pass by Hamanaka here twice, and this time we'll say that Japanese Haagen-Dazs gets their milk from the cows in this area.
It smells like cow.
The attraction that interested me most within the city was the Nemuro Kotohira Shrine, founded in 1806 and moved to its current spot in 1881, so it's definitely one of the older shrines in eastern Hokkaido. Before coming to Nemuro, I was looking for interesting things to eat, do, and see, and I saw a video from someone else who went there who saw flags and signs around town calling for Russia to give back the 4 northern islands, which are the southernmost Kuril Islands. And there's also a 4 Northern Islands exchange center a ways from the station in the opposite direction that I will be going today, which is to Cape Nosappu, the easternmost point of Hokkaido and of the 4 main islands of Hokkaido. And Cape Nosappu is within viewing distance of the 4 Northern Islands that are disputed by Japan and Russia. So this is going to be my first destination after getting off the train. I'm just going to go straight to the bus pretty much.
We will soon arrive at the final stop, Nemuro. Thank you for using JR Hokkaido.
We out here, Nemuro. Easternmost Station in all of Japan. I gotta go get the bus. Oh, there. It's a cool sign.
この車は歯舞経由納沙布岬行きの
The bus was pretty full of Japanese tourists heading to the Cape, so I ended up squeezing in next to an old man who invited me to sit at the window wheel well right next to him, which was very kind. The bus ride from the train station to Cape Nosappu took around 40 minutes and had some nice views of the coast. I was very glad that the man not only let me sit down since it was going to be a 40-minute bus ride, but also that I got a window seat to see the nice views. And back in the day, the train line actually used to extend all the way out to the fishing port of Habomai, right around here. But as with all over Hokkaido, the railways have been shrinking, especially since the 80s. This small free museum had a lot of interesting information I had really no clue about. Naturally, it was all in Japanese, however, so a bit of an obstacle that Google had to solve for me. I had no clue, for example, that the US bombed all the way up here in Nemuro during World War II. I'm sure few people know that, at least in the US. I also learned exactly how the islands came to be occupied by Russia right after the war, and why Japan claims the occupation is illegal. Though one thing I don't really remember coming up was the Japanese forced assimilation and deportation of the native Ainu inhabitants of the Northern Islands, which I remember learning about at an Ainu museum in Hokkaido in the past. Here's a toilet crab. They had a little theater where they were playing like a propaganda anime. It wasn't that propagandish. About when they had to evacuate the Northern Islands, which we'll see if I can see those in a moment. This is like a gateway to the Northern Islands, like a memorial for them evacuating. So basically the story of the little anime was girl's grandma's from the islands, and then the girl talks to her one time, right here actually. They see a puffin and she's like, oh, nostalgic, I used to see puffins all the time back on my home island. Yeah, and then later in her life the girl like gets hit by a car and does the whole transported to the past. She becomes her grandmother and experiences the whole thing. I tried very hard to understand it. It was relatively simple Japanese, because it's kind of for kids. Mainly to be like, yeah, these are the Northern Islands, we used to have them, and then Russia came and stole them. And then eventually they're like, oh, hurry up and get your stuff, we're leaving tomorrow. Then she's like, wakes up in the hospital, and then when she sees her grandma, they're like, yeah, we gotta go back to the islands, pretty much. All right, let's go see this. So the flame here was lit in Kagoshima, which is, besides Okinawa, the southernmost prefecture. So essentially the southernmost part of the main islands of Japan, the four main ones. And here we are at the easternmost point. So maybe they did it at the westernmost point, because no, Kagoshima wouldn't be westernmost. Yeah. So here's an eternal flame. I don't remember how long it's been there. Shiretoku is far that way. Kunashiri. I can't can't see it. Another part of Kunashiri. An even further part. I don't think you can see that far. Suisho. That one would be that one. Suishojima. See that one pretty well. Okay. And then we've got Kaigarajima Todai or whatever. Oh, I think that's the closest part of the island, probably. Or is it just that? That seems like the closest. And then we've got Yurishima. Oh, I think you can see that. It's a little further. I'm not sure if that's a mirage or not, but I think that is that. And then Akiyurishima. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a bunch of info on this spiraling ramp. You can actually see them, which is cool. Japan has lots of islands, so this isn't the easternmost point of Japan. It is the easternmost point of Hokkaido and the easternmost point of the main islands, and most of the islands are, it's like Iwo Jima and stuff like that that's further east. I'm an idiot. Cape Nosappu's over there. What am I doing? Got like an hour and a half before I need to go back and get the last bus out of here. This is an abandoned crab something. Crab. There's the closest one. Zoom on this thing's pretty good. Let's go to the actual right spot. I think. There's a bird hiding here. I think that little guy is the main event. So you say, what is that? I don't know. A lot of birds. Guess I'll go try not to get intimidated. There's a restaurant in here, kind of. Scary old folks. We're open 9 a.m. to whenever we feel like it. That's funny. Let's go this way. Let's go. There's something to look at this way, supposedly. This is a road, so not private property yet. When I was over there by the lighthouse, there was just a lady like farming right in this area. It's crazy. See, I can't tell if I can go over there. Well, not over there. I can't get over there because there is a clearly delineated road and then just pebbles. I don't want no problems. There's a stick. Kind of a path to this stick. I'm sure they can see me. It's getting treacherous. Go big or go home, right? Well, kind of standing in a hole. It's a hole with a nice view, though. There we go. Wow. Okay, I can definitely see people, so I'm going to leave here immediately. I'm dreading the moment I walk out of here, and there's at least one guy staring at me. Time to go back. I'd like to know how it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit out. Apparently, that ain't true. Well, let's get walking. Okay, I'm gonna go sit behind the lighthouse. Let's go this way. Call 118 for the Coast Guard. Okay, that sign says definitely don't want you going down there. So, I mean, this is the spot then. It's pretty. I think there's definitely a guy in the bird hide box, the egg box. I thought I saw an otter earlier, but it was like LeBron James sized, so couldn't have been an otter. I guess I'm allowed in here. I've seen people go in. Not sure why. I have an idea. How does this work? It seems like it should just slide. It's not sliding though. Oh, I got one. Oh, that one's already undone. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay! I'm in a bird watching box. Thought it was a bird hatching box. Two groups of Japanese people opened the door on me in here and then left. The first one's apologized like I was looking at birds. The second one said nothing. The third duo of Japanese people showed up right as I finished talking. And that guy's using the bird box to take pictures, so I don't feel bad anymore. I don't know why I thought it was a hide for hiding eggs. I'm too reptile-brained, I guess. It's a hide for hiding yourself from the birds. What is that in the water? I looked at the weather and it wasn't supposed to be hot. So, why is it so hot? Still got like a half an hour. Didn't want to mess with that guy in the bird box though. Might as well make sure I'm not late for the only remaining bus out of here. I need to spend time in Nemuro. That's the whole reason I'm here. This is the secondary reason. I'm not sure, based on this, that I am going to take the bus to Cape Soya from Wakkanai. Probably will. Give back the Northern Islands. I guess that runs slightly contrary to this, but not really. Okay. This time, let's look at this better. So, right there. The ones we can see are here and here. I don't think I could see that one. Definitely couldn't see none of this. Definitely none of that one. With the telescope, I think I may have seen this one. Why are they playing this song? How did I not notice when I was standing here looking east? Oh hey, there's more east. You know, it really seems like I should have gone there. That would have been super cool thing to do, you know, when I was here for no damn reason, but it's closed. But man, that looks abandoned. Is that the bus? Just hanging out over there? Cape Nosappu. There it is with some drift ice. I really need to come to Hokkaido in the winter. There are too many places on this planet Earth I would like to go to. And also too many in Japan. But planet Earth is a little wider. Haven't talked about that flag yet. These flags are literally everywhere here. You can see them from the bus at nearly every single property. What it says is Kotsu Anzen. Nemuro Shimin Kotsu. I don't know. But it doesn't make sense to me. It's like, here's the place that has some souvenirs that closed while I was trying to figure out something to do. The train actually used to run all the way to Habomai, which the bus went by. It's a port over there. It's like a pretty big port. Okay, here's the bus. 5:20. Something smells really good. Yokoso. There's a guy. It says, welcome to Nemuro. Oh, it's a crab. I thought it was like a coat of arms. Well, there it is, the easternmost station in all of Japan. Here we are at the end of the Nemuro line. Sometimes it's called the Hanasaki line. I don't know what the deal is with that. But time to walk to the hotel. I turned down the street because I was wondering what the heck is that. But I mean, clearly it's probably an Orthodox church. Oh, what the hey? Surprised me. The environment here is so different from like the major cities, which isn't a bad thing. It's just weird to see classic suited up salarymen here, especially when all the Japanese people I've been around recently have been tourists or train otakus. That's what I was confusing it with, but that's just Ne for Nemuro in a red circle. Pretty sure there's more signs that are in Russian, but I haven't seen anything. Oh yeah, there's the regular signs, and there's the Russian signs. What I read at the Cape was that they've been doing like little exchanges with the northern islands, so maybe they're just trying to encourage more of that. What do I hear? Is there something going on at the park? Goes all the way down to the port, this road. I was just hearing children playing instruments. Thought there was a Matsuri happening. Sounds like they're practicing for the Matsuri. Well, got to hear what the festival will sound like. Another good sign. Hanasaki Road. English, Russian, Cabanese. I saw this when the bus went by. This is a circumnavigation. What is this? Charles Lindbergh. Why was Charles Lindbergh coming from China? Okay, that's cool. He landed here. And then on some of the northern islands too, it looks like. We went up to Kamchatka and then around Alaska and stuff. Cool. Hokkaido. Oh, sounds like a Lockheed plane or something. Oh, there was something on this side too. Then we keep going. This sign is like entirely in Russian. It's in Russian and English. Only Japanese is at the bottom. Here's the thing. Shimo Kaise. Give back return the islands. There they are. We kind of saw them. It's the thing. The only thing I have planned tomorrow is I want to go see the shrine they have here. Because otherwise, there isn't a ton really to see and do. I want to eat. No comment. A sign to tell me where to go? How lovely. Time to take a break from lugging this for a minute. And then I can go eat once I get some battery. Okay, said there's a really cool thing convenience store right around here. But where? What? The one thing lit up. So, Nemuro is known for escarope, which is butter rice with like tonkatsu breaded pork in a demi-glace sauce. But I'm gonna have that tomorrow. The head of the house, I guess I'll call him, saying there's a like famous kaiten sushi place, but it is closed today. Like, they have like 2 close dates ever on their website, but I'm sure that's just about recently, June 17th and then today. So, going to an izakaya, because I need crab. Hanasaki crab, baby. That's where we are. Okay, konbini time. What the heck? Not the greatest drink ever made. I'm gonna get this kiwi mitsuya. The head of the house was explaining to me that the convenience store had yakitori. I thought he was saying that you buy it and then cook it. But clearly, it's even better. You just cook it for you. It says it right there. That was nice. So, I got deer. Oh, what is Momo? The best cut, in my opinion. Anyways, I got a deer skewer down there. That's where the izakaya is. And there's a lot of stuff in one little area. Well, a lot for here. Okay, home sweet home. Can eat this in the common area. Wow, it's so dark. The flash turned on. Turn off. It is 8:15. We're heading to Ichiro. Hon izakaya. There seem to be 2 of them in town. Gonna go to the closer one. It is so desolate. Bro was just walking in the middle of the road. I was gonna say, I want to see me break the law, but there's a car. Oh my god.
7、8年ぐらい前に
I killed him. Looks good. Crab was really good. The Gimpol Saikyo, that fish, man, I thought I was gonna end up struggling to eat that because sometimes whitefish just doesn't taste good, mainly raw. But whoa, that stuff was really good. It takes so long to be able to talk to these people at these restaurants. Eventually we get there, especially when I'm the last person there. So I asked, since they run a restaurant, I figured they'd have the best opinion where I should get escalope tomorrow. And for lunch, there were 3 places. They showed me on the same brochure pamphlet, information pamphlet that I got at Tamaya. First one was a little far, but there was one other one that I had already been looking at because it was like the big ad. Dorian. That one's open at 10. It's a little closer to the station, I believe, but he didn't circle that or recommend it. I heard the younger guy there was like, "Oh, yo, this one's open earlier." He was like, "Yeah, but it's bad." The last one he said was right by the station, and he recommended it. Man, that crab was good. Okay, shower and sleep time. This stuff's kind of getting squashed. I'm gonna eat this butter biscuit for breakfast. Ahoy. This is really good. Like really, really good. I've decided to eat the almond thing as well. Definitely broke this one too. That's pretty good. Tastes exactly like how it looks. Caramel almonds. And then the boat carrying them is just like almost an ice cream cone. Alright, time to go do stuff. Seen a few old people already this morning. There's even more up on the hills. And then there's a bunch of houses that way too. This was what I was considering the main drag. I believe this is Kotohira Shrine I'm going to. The shrine is, I don't know if it's in the bush or not. It seems to be, it's not supposed to be open until 8:30. But that might just be, it's not staffed. Presumably, I can just go in. It is 8:10. That doesn't preclude me from being here since he said ohayou gozaimasu. And also I can just go to the viewpoints for Ichikishima Jinja. haven't seen any of the hand washing spots. Of course, as I say that, I see one. Here's our first decent view of Ichikishima Jinja. I was reading on Google that same guy who built the shrine I'm at right now, Nemuro Kotohira Jinja, built that one, and it seems like there's only one day a year when it gets visited, so that's cool. It's a pretty spot. Would be a lovely visit. I don't remember what that one day of the year was. It looks like maybe that day of the year they visit is the second Sunday of September. It was 9:15 when they put this thing up. From what I saw, the festival wasn't until either next month or later this month. I don't really remember, but they got these banners up already. Okay, who's this guy? I'm assuming it's the guy who built both the shrines. Well, good for him. I don't think I can extract any more info out of that since I can't read it. Nemuro Kotohira Shrine. Yeah, this is a viewpoint for Ichikishima Jinja. Takada, it feels like would be right, so I guess that's the guy's name. There's some festival stuff. What the heck are these guys wearing? I think maybe it got rebuilt in 1942, but that means that it didn't get destroyed by the bombs that the US dropped on Nemuro. So that's good. You can see even more of the city now. It's deep. I have a feeling that parts of it are abandoned, or maybe just certain houses. I'm not entirely sure though, because the depopulation in the rural towns seems to be hitting like that, so they really love to take care of their trees here. Bro, do something! You're not doing anything! So it seems there's a whole process to get the water to come out. I gotta put the lever down. Oh, nice. Pull the lever back. Cool. Now that I'm clean, let's go in. First, I'm gonna dry my hands. All right, let's go in. It's not open to pay for omikuji and stuff. Okay, they normally don't want you to film into there, so stop time. That's nice. The Honorable God tree. It is pretty nice. Here's where you can tie off what you don't want, I think. That's how that normally works. I managed to find a Go-En coin, so I'm gonna pray now. I'm also wondering what that is. Looks like I saw everything except this building right here, which is now open. Oh, those are the dates. August. This view is so nice. This is where the cars come up, so I should be careful. The city's deep, man. I bought an amulet for safe driving. It's a sticker. Time to go get some Oranda senbei. Holland senbei. Holland senbei. I think they're like waffle type cookie things, but I thought senbei were crackers. I guess I've been saying it wrong. Ooh, a little Nemuro guy. Nemuro. Puffin. Etopirica. That's the Ainu. Oh, I learned something yesterday. What was I saying? Oh, something I learned today. It's not Oranda, it's just Oranda. There's not that much emphasis on the O. I thought there was. Oranda senbei. So, I believe I'm heading for that sign poking out at me. Yep. This is the place. Oranda senbei, mochi, and red something. Please tell me you're open. Sounds open to me. I got the goods. Dum-dum-dum. Oranda senbei. Waffles in it. They were making hella Oranda senbei in there. I'm too embarrassed to ask to video people working. I can't tell if it's rude or not. My preferred hydration's on sale and you expect me not to buy it? Barber pole. Love their long straight streets in Hokkaido. It's a waffle. A waffle. And it ain't gonna taste awful, even though that rhymes. I think this is gonna be damn good. Yeah, it is pretty good. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I like it. Alright, I'm gonna finish this and then head out of here. Signs are in Russian. Well, that's Cyrillic, but Russian. Some cute drawings of Nemuro monuments on the shutters here. Cape Nosappu, Meiji Park, Kuruma, the car wheel rock. Not sure what this one is. Google Maps said the area by the station is a busy area, so we shall see about that. Took my jacket off, and I'm still hot as hell. First envoy from Russia, Adam Laxman, and his crew arrived in Nemuro on the Ekaterina II October 20th, 1792, with Daikokuya Kodayu and two Japanese sailors who had drifted to Russia. Laxman came to Nemuro with the intention of establishing diplomatic and trade relations with Japan. Thus, arrival of Laxman's mission to Nemuro has opened up the history of mutual relations between Japan and Russia. Being proud of this, we, the people of Nemuro, have erected this monument, Rekishino Zen, in order to memorialize the historical visit. October 20th, 1994, Mayor of Nemuro. Push this button and she sings. Not sure if you can hear it. There she is. I'm not sure I would define this as a busy area. I think it might be a little bit busier further down that way, or the direction I was walking before I turned here. I'm gonna get my escado up here at New Mont Blanc. We got I got just under 90 minutes till my train leaves. And New Mont Blanc doesn't open for another 15 minutes. I'm gonna go to the tourist info center. They had this nice tourism calendar in there with events, wildlife, scenery, and temperature based on the month. Okay, I got a couple brochures. All right, we're here. The easternmost train station in Japan. The end of the Nemuro line. Ooh, I hope I get onto the Noroko. Okay. The fact that there were coin lockers in there gives me great hope for not having to carry around my bag the entire time I'm in Akishite. There were a couple people in there like, come on lady, I think you can afford to be less than an hour and a half early to the train. But I do get that missing your train here is a bigger issue than in a lot of places. I hope the place is open. It's supposed to open at 10. It's after 10 now. We'll find out. That's not ideal. There's another one down the road. Let me see how far it is. This dark green flag is the one I saw before I came here. Give the islands back. Pretty good view from here. Should be okay to get the scout up and leave. The chef last night didn't think I could get from here to the station with eating. Now it's at 10, so I'm a bit worried. I got a scuttle. As I said I was going to, it's got the regular, but they got shrimp one too, I believe. This place is nice. Yummy. We're gonna be just fine. I ain't missing shit. It's exactly what it says on the tin, but it's really good. Yummy, yummy. That place was really cute, and the food came out fast as hell. I still have 30 minutes for the train. It was a Western style. They were playing like 50s rock. Since I have like 25 minutes for the train, I saw this earlier. A little Inari Shrine. There's a bunch of cars here, but I don't see anybody here. I'll get bombarded when I least expect it. Bonsai corner. The old guy there was talking to me. I got a little bit of what he was saying. It's like thousands of years old culture of bonsai in Japan. Well, that was some cool bonsais. Always wanted to actually see bonsai in Japan. Hell yeah. The stairs to nowhere. But those are some nice bonsai. I'm happy that I had the time to do that. Thank you, Dorian, for bringing my food out within like 2 minutes. People here are really nice. I need to review my Japanese. There's my ops. New Montblanc. You're at the best there. It's fine. How much business are they gonna get right now? I totally understand it. I'm assuming they're just gonna open for dinner. You'd think it would get a little more crowded here. There's a train leaving in, what? 10 minutes? But when my train arrived yesterday, the inside of the station was like totally full. One last time from the outside. Bye. Nemuro. Sayonara. Oof. That old man must have knew what he was doing. I think it's crazy that there's no one here. Oh, little deer running.